In this episode of Two Cousins, One Chat, we are celebrating the incredible people making a difference in the community. And today I'm catching up with Helen Woodhouse-Herrick, who we last spoke with back in September 2022. So let's find out what she's been up to and explore her current projects. Join us as we discuss the importance of community involvement and what drives the passion and what's next on her list of things to do. Welcome to Two Cousins, One Chat. Hello, I'm Christy, and thank you for tuning in. Today we have another special episode in our feature series, Spotlight on the Community, Tell Me More. And I'm excited to catch up with a wonderful guest whom we last spoke to back in 2022. Please let me introduce to the pod the delightful Helen Woodhouse-Herrick, or you might know her as Helen of Nil. Hello and welcome to the podcast.
Got the hat?
Yeah, I've got the hat. I can see it. Hello, Helen. How are you?
Yes, how are you, Chrissy? It's good to talk again after all this time. I can't believe that it's 2 years ago. But hello, everybody out there too.
It's gone really fast. It doesn't seem like it's 2 years ago, right?
No, it doesn't seem that way. But the older you get, the faster the years go.
And this year in particular is just a speeding past.
It is, yes.
Well, it's really lovely to see you, Helen, and you've got your hat on and you've got your Nil signs up, the Rotary Club, you're all good to go. So it's really lovely to see you. And thanks for taking the time to chat with us again on the podcast.
My pleasure.
Yeah. Well, like you said, it has been a while, 2 years, in fact, and we're thrilled to have you back on the show for this special series as we're spotlighting women and people in the community. Tell me more. So we were so glad that you said yes for another catch up, and we know that you're not only a bit of a local hero, but a very busy lady. So how have you been since we last spoke?
I don't know about the hero bit, Christy.
Oh, okay. I'll delete that bit out.
But look, I've been pretty good. Yes, I've been real good, and health and healthy and all that sort of thing, and that goes well. They always say if you haven't got your health, you've got no wealth.
That's true.
Yeah. So, but things have been going well, and still enjoying it and loving it up here at Nil.
Yeah.
And been here, 14 years on the 31st of this month, July.
Oh, wow. Happy anniversary. Happy anniversary to you guys.
Can't believe it. Believe it. So there we go.
The last time we spoke, Helen, we recorded the audio and the video of our chat, and that was the first time that we'd done that on the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And it's one of our most watched videos on our YouTube channel. And,
wow.
We used to be called Either Side of Nil, and we had a bit of a name change, but my cousin Ben is in Adelaide and I'm in Melbourne, so we still are two cousins that are either side of Nil. So we still always love to catch up with what's happening in the town, the Wimmera. And last time that we chatted with you, we were talking about the overland train. That's a train that comes from Melbourne to Adelaide. Yes. And perhaps, Helen, can you tell us, are you still involved in that initiative?
Well, yes, I am. I'm pretty well involved. I like to think I am. When the train comes through, it just comes through about twice a week, and which is, we're still after that extra service, of course, because, now I'm going to Adelaide on the Friday and I've got to get back on Sunday because that's the times when the train comes back, whereas if I could stretch it a couple of extra days, but I can't because I've got to get on that train and get back. Otherwise, I've missed it for 4 nights. Yeah, so it's really not working well. So if there's any bureaucrats out there watching, we want another service.
So how many services do you have during the week then?
Well, I'll tell you what we have. We had Adelaide to Melbourne, and that's Sunday and Thursday. And then we have Melbourne to Adelaide, Monday and Friday.
Okay.
So you see, you go to Melbourne on the Sunday and it comes back next morning. Well, there's no time to do any appointments, no nothing, but you've got to hang in there until the following Friday.
Yeah.
Well, that's a long time. As I've said before on my previous films, pods. What do you call them?
Podcast, yeah.
I've said before. Yeah,
Yep.
podcasts. It's just not working for elderly people and people that have a disability. They need to get to town to do their appointments, and then they need to get back. And it doesn't matter if the train comes at midnight, for goodness sake. You know, we just want to get home, but we can't get home. We can get there, but we can't get home again. There's buses, but buses are for younger people. And elderly, they can't climb up into a bus and sit there for hours on end until they get home. So, you know, we're really stuck.
Yeah. There was something recently on the 9 network, in the Adelaide News for Channel 9. I think I sent you that link, but you hadn't seen that one. They were promoting the overland train. Do you remember that? That was just recently in the last month.
That.
Yeah.
I think I do remember that one and that. But you see, 12 months ago too, they fenced all the station off. Well, in the summer, it was so hot, nobody could find a shady spot to get under, you know, while they're waiting for the train. Toilets were all locked. Everything was closed up. And, of course, in the wintertime, you can't shelter from the rain or the cold. Recently, they did say they were going to get it down for the air show in April. Never happened. But then about June, I think it was, all the fencing came down. And it's all thanks to Margaret Millington, OAM, who's a wonderful woman here in Nil. And she's worked very, very hard on behalf of us all, not only Nil, but in all the other areas too, to try and, you know, make things a little bit more easier for our travel to our city. You see, Nil's halfway.
Exactly right. So what was the reason behind fencing up the station?
Well, apparently it was unsafe. Now, that station's been there for over 100 years. It hasn't fallen down yet. So, you know, somebody there up in the ivory towers, someone up there in the ivory towers in the cities make the big decisions for us up here in the bush, and it's not good enough. But oh no, it's all pulled down now, and we've got the toilets and all that lovely new amenities. Waiting rooms all cleaned out. So we've got a lot more to go yet too.
Good. Well, it's always good to hear that there's something happening there, and I think just like having transparency with the local government or the state government, whoever's managing it, that's really important. So then you can have a say and also, you know, have some say in what's going on, because otherwise you don't know what's going on. So what's that fence being put up for?
Oh, I can remember the day it went up. I couldn't believe it. Because bush and fencing were up here and they were fixing it. And I said, what's this all about? I didn't know.
No.
Anyway, they said, oh, no, we've been told to do it. And he said, look, you know, I'm only the messenger, so there you go. Anyway.
So, well, fingers crossed that there's some more action there and some more services put on for the Melbourne to Adelaide route, because it is really important for the community.
It is. It is. It's our link.
It is, isn't it? Yeah. This special series that we're doing at the minute is spotlighting people in the community, and perhaps you can tell us a little bit about the community, particularly the Nil community, and why involvement is so important to you.
Well, excuse me. Look, I think we're very short on volunteers, like everybody is. And you don't get, you know, only for your Lions Club, your Rotary Club, all that sort of thing. And the most dearest people who come in and give their time. For instance, there's a few farmers and a few guys that are even at this stage as we speak doing the silo, cleaning that out and fixing that all up, because we really want to have that as a showpiece of Nil. And of course the railway station too. But, you know, we've got, what am I up to? Cut. And we've just got to keep the wheels in a country town turning. otherwise, we're not going to get anywhere. And the bureaucrats, the big high flyers, they're going to control it and run it for us instead. And we can't have that. We just can't. But I'll give you an example. Even the Historical Society, well, that was going to be pulled down. Can you believe it? 1880 something. It was built, and it was the old Shire office in McPherson Street. Well, it's now the Historical Society. And anyway, to cut a long story short, that's all been. To cut a long story short, that's all being covered over, and thankful and CEO at the time, they stepped in and they've bought the building, so it's now ours.
Right.
And we work under that umbrella of the Hindmarsh Shire Council.
Yeah.
And we're very, very grateful. And I'm sure the town would be too, because they'd be horrified to learn that building was going to be bulldozed and a house put on.
Oh, just break your heart.
Well,
It's
it's
unbelievable.
well, look at but Christy, look at our Neil High School, for goodness sake. Well, I mean, that's all been remodernised. It's nothing like we knew it back in the 60s when we kids went to high school. Whereas Dimboola still has their beautiful entrance, lovely old building of the Dimboola High School. We don't. And when they said to us, "Oh, we're going to have a tour of the high school," and I said, "There's nothing there for us to see." And even the state school, that's all gone. See, it's all modern now, all modern building, and it's such a shame. Such a shame. Trying to work in with that, right?
Yeah, I know. I can see we're having a few technical difficulties today, and I think it could be the weather. It's a pretty miserable day in Melbourne and
I
in
think, yeah.
Neil. Yeah, but that's okay. We're gonna keep powering on, Helen.
It says
Nothing's
your
gonna stop.
internet connection is unstable.
So am I. We're a bit unstable today.
Oh,
That's okay. So Helen, what drives your passion for your work that you do in the community? What keeps you going even when things get really tough? Because I can hear the passion in your voice.
oh, I've got plenty of passion. I tell you, I've got plenty. But the trouble is, we need more volunteers to sort of help us do it.
How do you
And
engage with more volunteers? Like, how do you get more people interested?
look, I really don't know. I mean, our Rotary Club, we're very small, but we're hanging in there. Lions Club have got quite a lot of members, and they're lovely friends of ours, the Lions Club. In fact, I'm a friend of the Lions, got a badge.
Oh,
And,
good one.
yeah, I'm not a member, but I'm a friend of Lions, they call it. That's what it is. And, we all work in together, like we have the market and so forth and that. But getting back to the passion, I think it's just energy and being born in a town. It's mine, and it's where my family were all born here. My mother, my grandfather, my great-grandfather built the Union Hotel. And, I go back a long way in history with my family. And to come home from Melbourne, to be home again is so warming and so, makes me fuzzy.
Oh, it's so lovely. So there's a real sense of pride.
Yeah.
So there's a real sense of pride, isn't there, Helen?
Yes.
Pride of, keeping things maintained and being involved in the community. So,
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
I can understand that coming home and, it feels like family as well.
It does, because, you go away as a young person, of course, and you go away for 40 odd years, I suppose it was.
Yeah.
And then you've retired, but that's the circle of life, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's
it
what it
is.
is.
Yeah.
And then some of us come back home, some of us don't.
Helen, are there any particular or recent moments or achievements that stand out to you about, with you being involved in the community? Can you recall anything that's just recent or something that you're really proud of?
Oh, um, oh dear. Everything,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah.
I'm the unpaid coordinator of the Visitors Information Centre. I'm the leader of the pack.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I don't mean that rudely, but
Yeah.
I've got 30 wonderful volunteers who do one day a week and at the Visitors Info. And I organise a morning tea or a lunch or a trip or something for them within our Hindmarsh Shire,
Yeah.
and which goes to Rainbow, Japarra, Dimboola and back to Nil, that sort of thing, the area. We go for a bit of a trip because that's a thank you to our volunteers for what they do. And
Yeah.
they keep the doors flung open. There's a lot of people that come through and they all say, I heard Helen of Nil on the radio. They said, we've come here, we want to meet her.
Yeah. See,
So anyway,
you are at the royalty, I like to call you. You're
oh,
the
I
royalty
know.
of Neil. Yeah, come on. That's what we've been referring to you as.
Yeah,
So
that's right. Yeah.
there's you've many achievements in the community. And I remember last time when we spoke, we chatted about the that you were the coordinator of the
Mm.
volunteers hub at Neil. So you're still doing that, and that's great.
Yes, yes, I still do that. Oh, look, I don't. I just keep things sort of stable a little bit and do the roster and answer the questions and all that sort of
Yeah, yeah.
thing. So,
But
uh,
the township's really lucky to have leaders like yourself and volunteers that do a lot of this unpaid work. So I'm sure the community is really
mm,
grateful. So looking ahead, Helen,
yes,
what is next for you? Have you got any new big projects burning? What's happening? What are you
but we've got to
excited
keep our
about?
town on track. That's what we have to do. We we have to keep our town on track, and that's
Yeah.
what we do.
Oh, no, I was just saying,
Sorry,
what do you have any new projects or goals that you're looking forward to or excited about?
well, oh, look, I've got my finger in a lot of pies. I would like a few more members and that to come into the historical society and help us. I'd
Okay.
like that. I'd like
What
a few more interested people to come in on the and although we do have a lot of people that are interested in the railway station. That's it. And also, we need more people to come in and be interested in the silo because I have a lot of people say to me, oh, what's going on with the silo? I said, well, come to a meeting and you'll find out. And I
Yeah,
try
right.
not to be too, but I've got to be direct because there's plenty out there that criticise about things, but they're not there to see what's actually happening.
Yeah.
And the first day of the month, we have our book fair, which is very, very popular. And of course, proceeds go to the Nil Aviation Heritage Centre. And then next door or so, there's the CWA pop-up shop. And the ladies have a beautiful Devonshire morning tea, which I never miss out on because I love that. Scones, jam and
Yum.
cream.
Yum.
And it's not pressure packed cream, it's fresh.
Proper, proper.
And we have Lockie's Caravan. He's along it. It's quite a strip. And then there's Luana,
Yes.
who is, and it's as I said, it's quite a strip along that way on the first. Very busy, and I go and help Joe Ussing, and she's in charge of the book fair, and I pop in there and give an hour or so of packing books away because there's books and books and books that arrive,
Yeah.
and we've got a massive big book fair there. Oh, $1 a book. Oh,
Fantastic.
it's just amazing.
So, um, do you find that with all the different community projects that are happening within Nil, it's the same people that turn up?
Oh, absolutely. Like, you've only got to go to the market, the Lions Club market, and it is usually the same people that are there flipping the eggs and doing the barbecue and whatnot. and they've got heaps of members out there, but their commitments on on that time, and it's on a Sunday. Every 3 or 4 months or so. There's a lot of people, that
Yeah.
do.
So, as we start to wrap up our chat with you today, what
Oh, are we? Oh, we've
if
only got started.
God. If people are looking to get involved into the community and to help out at the aviation or the
Yeah,
Rotary or the Historical
yeah.
Society, where should they go or who should they contact to get involved in community projects?
Helen of Nil.
Yeah. Come and see you at
Oh,
the
I'll direct
information.
them.
Yeah. So you kind
Oh,
of are the main person to
yeah,
contact,
yeah.
and you're regularly at the volunteer centre, is that right?
At the Visitors Information Centre.
Okay.
I pop in on the odd occasion, and then I put my name on the list, for a day or so. But no, I think that as being a small town, Christy, you've only got to ask or check on your Facebook or check on your whatever. Ask around. Go to the Shire office. All that sort of thing.
Mm.
Well, it's not a city. Everybody knows everybody
Yeah,
practically, and
because Neil is,
it's all.
sorry, talking over you there. Neil's really unique because it has so many highlights and so many features of the town. There's not only the Pinball Museum, but there's the Aviation Centre. There's the community
I
garden.
lost you. I've lost you.
That's okay. Yeah, I think we're still recording.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're having a few issues with the
here we
tech
are.
today, but that's
Yes,
okay. I'll
yeah,
be able to iron it out in the
good. I'm
post.
sure you can.
But what I was just saying is that Neil's got so many highlights that there's, people want to get involved. There's plenty to do,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
always willing to have new people come in and help out, do whatever.
Well, there is a lot. There's a lot to do here, and we have our pinball parlour up here, and there's a lot of people that love their pinballs, and there's machines and machines. So many machines up there, and if you were right into that style of entertainment, oh, you'd be in your element. You really
Yeah.
would. And they're nice people, and that. But yeah, no. What else is there?
But there's so many things in Neil.
Well, there is, and yeah. Mm.
So, Helen, what next are you working on right now?
Well, I'm doing I've got a Nil News, and I've got a weekend stuff. Of people, or I see it in writing or whatever. That's when I've got a list of over 100 of expats of Nil all over the place, and even London, and they love to learn about the place where they grew up, and they had jobs, and then they wafted off overseas or went off to the big smoke in the cities or whatever. But I send out a lot of information to them, and they, keep them all up to date with what's going on. And also, perhaps if there's something special coming up, like there is tomorrow night up the football ground, they're celebrating, is it 50 years, 60 years of reunion, and I'll get, like this morning on the ABC, I got Councillor Rob Gersh. Well, he's not wearing a council cap for tomorrow night, of course, but anyway, I organised him to go on the ABC and be interviewed this morning. And also I tried to get on to Tom Elliott on 3AW, and I emailed and everything, but you don't hear from anybody in the city. You just go, poof, that's it, The trouble is, that's the trouble. Any further than Ballarat or Bendigo, half the time they really don't want to know. and
Okay.
it's very hard. It's very difficult too.
Yeah.
But I really try and spread the word as much as possible, as much as I can. I was
Yeah.
on ABC Adelaide the other morning, and yeah, with Sonia and no, is it Sonia and Joe? I think it is.
Okay. Yeah.
Anyway, early morning, 5:30 a.m.
Yeah. Fantastic.
club.
Well,
So
I think you're doing a fantastic job, Helen. You're always there's always a presence of you, and I feel like you're really making a big difference in the community. And like I said, Neil's really lucky to have you and to have somebody that's so energetic and enthusiastic, and like you said, can keep the wheels turning.
oh, thank you.
So we really appreciate you
Thank
taking the time
you.
to chat with us today. And
Oh,
we've struggled through some of the tech issues here because it's dropping in and out a bit, but we'll
it's
be able to
very
smooth
hard.
that out. But
Yeah,
I just wanted
very
to say,
difficult.
yeah, thank you so much for taking the time to chat
Mm,
with us today and to be
mm.
part of our Spotlight series, people in the community. So thank you very much.
Thanks, Christy. Good to talk. Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Well, that just about wraps up our chat today with Helen from Neil, and what an absolute delight. We hope you enjoyed this series Ben and I are producing, because we certainly are. And remember to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, or listen in on Spotify or our YouTube channel for all the latest updates and behind the scenes fun. Until next time, keep celebrating the amazing people in our community, and bye for now.